Hey everybody, Tyraku here, and in today's video I want to share with you the top 5 things you should be focusing on as a beginner player. Now, since my whole channel, my stream just in general, is focused around beginners in Raid Shadow Legends, I figured this video would make a lot of sense to make. So, jumping right into what the 5 things you should focus on as a beginner are, I'm not going to do these in any specific order necessarily. Let me make sure my mic's not too high. Okay, alright, we should be good now. I'm not going to be doing these in any specific order. But I'm going to show you how they kind of flow in together and how when you're focusing on one, you'll inherently be focusing on the others if done correctly. Now, the number one thing, if any of you follow many Raid Shadow Legends things whatsoever, assuming you're not like a day one player, you've probably heard streamers or YouTubers or anybody else say this, friends, it's definitely getting somebody to level 60. So, getting your first champion to level 60 makes a massive difference in everything from arenas to campaign farming to clan boss. Just should be your main goal the entire way throughout. Now, a lot of people ask, how should I get to level 60? Should I just focus on the normal campaign? Should I just farm the earliest stage and not even try to go into hard? Just do normal? Should I sacrifice my epics that you get for free on your 7 days and 14 days? Should I sacrifice the epics I get from shards? So on and so forth. No, you should not do any of that. If you follow these other 4 steps, you'll actually be able to get a level 60 while progressing through the other parts of the game, which is the most efficient use of all of your resources. Now, with that said, the number 2 most important thing, I believe, is following along with your missions. Now, in my case, I'm stuck on this mission right here, which is reach silver 1 in the arena, which I will touch on a little bit later in this video. But as a new player, you definitely want to keep an eye on this missions tab. The reason why I say that is because when you get later into the game, the missions don't provide you the early stage missions don't provide you as much of a reward and as much of an impact as if you was to follow them as they appeared, because they kind of work, and I talk about this in my stream, they kind of work as like a guide through the game and what you should be doing. And when you follow these, you get a lot of energy refills, you get a lot of double experience, you get a lot of nice gear sets. They're just definitely worth keeping up with. Now, when you get to this one specifically, reach silver 1 in the arena, I've seen it with my own accounts and many other accounts on the stream, you're going to get stuck, which I'm going to talk about this later on in the video as well. But definitely, you want to be following along with the missions. Also, when you finish the first section of the missions, you do get 300 gems, as you can see here at the bottom. This section I'm currently on, once I finish this, I'll get a Sacred Shard, Legendary Books, and then a massive champion at the end of all this, which will take several months, most likely. But definitely keep up with the missions. It's extremely important. Now, number 3, most important thing you should be focusing on the game as a beginner or in the beginning of the game is focusing with your challenges. Challenges and missions kind of flow together, but these are very important too. Some of my favorite ones are actually the artifact ones. I'll try to give you an example here. This may or may not show correctly, but okay, so all of these artifact missions in particular don't reward energy. These ones doing right here, these beat the campaign on hard, win a 5-star artifact, all of these gave me energy. I've already claimed them because I needed the energy at the time. These ones just give me silver. But the challenges are extremely important to follow along with, because initially you're going to have challenges that say like get a 3-star item from the Karat Castle on normal. Well, if you haven't been keeping up with your challenges, you're going to be level 40, level 50, and having to go all the way back to normal stage campaign levels and try to get the gear there, which is almost pointless. If you get the gear when your account could use it the most, which is in the early game, whenever you've just completed Karat Castle, then that's the best time to do it. Now, the mission right before the one I'm currently on was actually to get a 4-star HP percent artifact from any stage, which was amazing because I particularly just farmed the speed level in the campaign and got a bunch of artifacts, got a bunch of speed main stat boots, which really helped me out, really helped me get my champions. So these are definitely important to follow along with. The dungeons are also something amazing you should be focusing on within these challenges. Focus on all of the challenges. Some of them you can't really control, like this champion one, I can't control this. I can't specifically summon a rare force champion. So the champions in the arena kind of just come along with the time, and they kind of you just finish them as it goes along. But the artifacts and dungeons, you definitely have to put some effort into deliberately completing them. With the dungeons, you definitely want to focus on this early in the game, because for your first 7 days of playing, all of the dungeons are unlocked for you. After those 7 days, they go on a rolling cooldown, with the Void Keep only being open on Sundays. So obviously I'm recording this video on a Sunday. Then after that, these open up certain days of the week. So definitely focus on getting those challenges done as soon as possible as a beginner player. I believe you can make it to about this stage. I probably could have even completed this stage within those first 7 days. I didn't, so now I have to wait about 3 or 4 more days until I can do these 2 to get my Void Shard. The rewards are great here. This one in particular gave me, I think, an Ancient Shard on the previous stage, but definitely focus on the challenges. Now, another thing, as I was talking about, building into getting your 6-star champion is finishing the campaign with 3 stars especially. Now, the campaign, when you're going through it, you will get stuck in several spots, especially as like a day 1 player. Once you get your lifesteal gear, it's going to help you out drastically on progressing through the campaign. But until you get that lifesteal gear from those 7-day login rewards, it may be a little difficult to progress. But simply all you have to do is take your starter champion and War Priest. Those 2 champions alone should be able to take you through quite a bit of the campaign. As you're going through, focus on getting your starter champion to level 40 as soon as possible. As soon as he hits level 40, try to have it set up to where you're able to, once he hits level 30, try to have it set up to where you can combine three stars with him to get him to 4-star, and then take him to level 40 as you go through this campaign. You want him to be as high as level as possible going into a hard campaign so you can go through as much of it as possible. Now, don't sit on normal. If possible, don't sit on normal just farming for experience and just trying to level up your characters. You may have to do that a little bit, but you definitely don't want to try to get your character to 6-star, level 60 on normal campaign. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be very inefficient. So focus on getting through the campaign with 3 stars preferably on everything. If you have to get, say, 2 stars on one of these stages, this chapter right here and this chapter right here, so 10 and 11, are the 2 you're most likely to struggle the most with. If you need to throw 2 more champions in here just to finish these 2 chapters so you can get to the end and get that initial Void Shard in the very beginning you get for just completing this chapter, then do that. The rewards from all 3 of these, like I said in the beginning of the game, you get rewards just for completing the chapters, are definitely worth it. So like I said, if you have to do that, do that. Come back and get 3 stars on all of them, because when you get 3 stars, you'll get a Void Shard down here at the bottom, which this is all very important. This is like 50 gems, 100,000 silver, 10 experience brews, which basically this is much more beneficial if you get it early on. 100,000 silver later in the game is not very much. I mean, I have 200,000, which is pretty terrible. 10 experience brews is not a ton either, but when you're very beginner in the game, all these rewards are very, very helpful. So they have diminishing effects as you go on. Once you go into hard, you should be able to get through hard with a level 50 starter champion. So if you had Kayle, Aethel, whoever you chose, if you get them to level 50, 5-star, have decent gear, and possibly even bought your masteries, which I have another video talking about your masteries, and I can link that somewhere around the top of this video. You definitely won't be able to go through hard. A 5-star level 50, I've done it with my Aethel, and it works out perfectly fine. The gear, you may have to make some tweaks and adjustments to your gear, but having lifesteal gear, and then I had the immortal weapon and shield, not immortal, the divine life weapon and shield on my Aethel, and she went through this no problem. Having masteries helps massively. It actually went from not being able to clear chapter 10 to being able to clear chapter 10 fairly easily once I got our masteries fully booked. And like I said, I'll have linked that above this video. Now, when you get to Brutal, you will most likely need a 6-star level 60 champion, which is why it's so important to have a 6-star. But once you get to this point, you will have probably farmed hard specifically 12-3, a bit more silver when you get the shields from this level. So definitely farm this stage, stage 3, chapter 12, stage 3, whenever you get to it. That's okay, but I wouldn't farm on normal. Now, moving onto once you've completed the campaign, or as you're working on getting your first 6-star champion, you also want to be working on building a good arena team. The reason why I say this is because, like I said earlier, you will get to a part in the missions where you get stuck, and that is reaching Silver 1. The reason why reaching Silver 1 is so difficult, I'm going to jump in here and show you. So first off, I'm going to show you my arena team. My current arena team is this. As you can see, I have 35,000 player power, which you wouldn't think is too bad. For a beginning player, that's pretty good. I have a level 60, 2 level 40s, and a level 50. Now, when you look at the arena teams I'm going against, you have people with legendaries, okay? 83,000 player power. You have this person with 55,000 player power. Now, while player power doesn't determine everything in the game and is not a huge determiner, these teams in here are crazy overpowered because of how Plarium's system works. I assume whenever people quit playing the game, they get sent back to a low arena. That or these are very big spenders who haven't focused on the arena yet. So you're stuck with a bunch of people who have very high arena teams. So definitely focus on getting a very good arena team built so you can go through and get to Silver 1 as quickly as possible. So my arena team specifically is a speed team, and I have Aethel, War Maiden, Diabolist, and Spirit Host. I have some other videos that go more in depth about my arena team. I can make another one in the future, but this video I just want to focus on the 5 tips that the 5 things you should definitely be following along to progress the best as a new player, which is 6-star in a champion, focusing on missions, staying on track with the challenges and the finishing campaign, and building a very good arena team. Now, whenever I'm saying focusing on getting a 6-star champion, I want to touch on that a little bit more because that's a little bit of a gray area for a lot of people. The biggest thing is, what I'm saying, is don't spread yourself too thin. So don't try and get a bunch of 5-star champions or a bunch of 4-star champions before you get somebody 6-star. Your starter champion should always be quite a bit higher than your other champion. They're going to essentially carry you through beginning campaign content. So don't spread yourself too thin on leveling your champions. Now, something that is worth mentioning is War Priest will take you through all of the campaigns at level 40, 4-star Ascension, with gear similar to what I have. I've done it specifically, for example, on my account. So definitely, it's worth taking War Priest to level 40 after you get your main champion to 4-star or even 5-star. But War Priest is definitely worth investing in, and you will have to upgrade some of your champions to the next rank in order to continue to progress, but your main focus should be on getting your first champion to 6-star. It's going to feel like a long grind. You're going to want to sacrifice other epics you get. Try to resist the urge. Try to practice some patience, and you'll definitely feel the payoff at the end. It's amazing, and once you get a 6-star champion, it's really going to help you just progress in general. So, since I'm not going to, most likely won't be able to do this on stream, I'm hoping to get to Silver 1 today. I'm going to go ahead and join 2 arena matches. We're going to see if we can possibly go ahead and get to Silver 1. That'd be awesome to get to in this video. So I'm going to click this. We're going to just go ahead and show you an example of how the arena team works. We're going to buff up everybody's attack. We're going to decrease their defense. And then Aethel's going to hopefully kill them both. Okay, she kills one. We decrease this guy's turn meter. Hopefully, okay, he resisted. That's not very good. Okay, sweet. So we need one more win to get to Silver 1 in the arena, which is something I've been trying to do for so long now. We tried this on stream for a while yesterday, couldn't pull it off. This team is a team I think we could possibly beat. This Harvest Jack may cause us problems though. This Whirlum, I don't think we can beat that. I'm trying to find a team that I can beat for sure. This team actually, no, I don't like that 73,000 player power. Like I said earlier, player power is not a huge determining factor in whether or not you can beat a team, but it's definitely worth considering before going to battle. And when I have only one battle left until I finish this, I think I'm going to refresh, hope for an easy team to beat. Okay, here's a team right here. This is going to be a massive test of our speed compared to their speed. My team is very fast. I have a very fast Diabolist. If we go first, we win. We get to Silver 1. Super excited. If we don't go first, we may not get to Silver 1. So let's see how this works out. Okay, so we're going to decrease defense on everybody. Aethel's going to be the determining factor here. All right, guys, we made it. We made it to Silver 1. Oh, maybe we didn't. Oh, we didn't make it to Silver 1. We did not make it to Silver 1, which is actually terrible. I 100%... Let me redo that battle. I could definitely beat him this time. I think I know what I did wrong. I should turn this on auto, not the auto run. I could have used a buff on Aethel to get her to finish this, I believe. Okay, so whatever reason, it didn't crit last time. If it would have crit, we should have won. It did not crit. Aethel died. We lost. But now we... So the battle that we could have taken us to Silver 1, we lost. But that is the tips on how to get what you should be focused on as a beginner. Going over again, 6-star, focus on campaign, focus on missions, focus on challenges, finish the campaign, and build a good arena team. But hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully it gives you a little insight on what you should be focusing on as a new player. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.